I hear the voice of the wise, wild, wonderful woman all the time. Her thinking loops in prayer. Her unspoken words could not be contained any longer in her private inner earthen jars. She is ready to tell her wisdom stories. She is wise because Spirit has given her a deep feminine psychic nature. She is wild like the natural creatures of the earth, and she is wonderful because her wisdom stories have miraculous healing power, and she is always ready to share them. Soul bubbling out, emerging from down under her heart, is this presentation of an 8-part program of spoken word. Even she didn't remember it was there. As you listen, don't be surprised that her thoughts range from the sublime to the ridiculous. Look for witticisms, serious laughter, women's wisdom and knowings, and messages of passion for life and passions for howling. This wise, wild, wonderful woman speaks her truth to enlarge her own being by sharing her spirit with you who are also wise and wild and wonderful. All women have stories, beliefs, and truths to speak. So let them flow, my sisters. We will listen. Let them flow. So now, let's check in on IJoy and listen to her vignettes of wise, wild, wonderful women knowings. She joyfully calls herself a wise, wild, wonderful woman and invites all women to this howling call to freedom, to this call for sharing the things a woman knows. This is serious fun.
IJoy, and we are about to go on a journey you'll never forget. This is a journey of jamming, music, jumping around, lifting those legs, having a good time. We're letting the folks know who we are, because we are definitely wise and wild and wonderful women. So you just get yourself ready. Everybody should be on their feet, you know, because here we go with it now. You ready? IJoy is. So move it. Washing clothes, settling this, walking, making appointments, answering phone calls, singing, and howling. We are wise, yes, wonderful women, living in the presence of God. Anytime now. Yes, we're wise, I know we are. What can I say? Sure. the loving presence and comfort of God, a wise while wonderful woman will tell you straight out, I found me some new strength and energy, and girl, I have some plans you won't believe. When a wise woman has to go back into the house to get something and she's already late, she just goes back into the house, and when an important phone call comes in, she smiles and gives thanks for everyday miracles. Even when a wise woman sleeps, her heart is seeking deep, sacred messages that gently unfold. And when this woman can't sleep because she has too much on her mind, she has learned to breathe in and breathe out, listening to her own breath. She says with a whisper, and all shall be well, and everything's gonna be all right. A wise woman believes in the inspired word of God, but she is not judgmental and dogmatic. She is at peace and allows others to have their peace. Wise while wonderful women recognize, read, and learn from many sacred texts. The wise while wonderful woman says thank you to all of those around her, in the family, the neighborhood, the church, the grocery store. She praises God for the divine spirit of appreciation. A wise woman likes church. She may even start praying and shouting and singing any place. The bathroom, the laundry room, the beauty parlor, on the bus, or in her car. Some people may think she's quirky, but she does not care. I'm free enough to praise God anywhere, she says. It's my birthright, and so it is. She may even take up a collection. A wise woman is on her divine journey, moving with purpose. Her eyes may be squinted because of her own bright light. And what an afterglow. She's on a mission, she knows. This mission is under the watchful eye of God. When a wise while wonderful woman finds broken pieces of her life all over the place, she slowly picks them up, examines them, cries salty tears of sadness and disappointment, and then she puts some of the pieces together again and throws away those bitter fragments that can never be made whole. She prays for strength. She doesn't run from her pain and worries. She goes within and sits with it a while. Then she gives it over to God. She knows that life has ups and downs, and she leans in during the storms of life. She holds on with the palms of her hands, her knuckles, and her very fingernails. She trusts deeply in God, and it is a sacred, real trust, all bound up in faith. The wise woman meditates. She is in love with the grace of God. She gives thanks and bows in humility before the awesome, full wonder. In fact, that's why she calls herself wonderful through the grace of God. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. A wise woman is dedicated to greater self-knowledge. She can hardly wait to learn more and more about her mind, her body, her emotions, and her divine sacred spirit. Wise while wonderful women give thanks to God for every time the ignition on the car makes that beautiful sound of She is thankful for each tick-tock of her heart, each idea of her mind, and each pat-pat of her foot. When she sits still and contemplates, you can be sure
that real spiritual action is going on. And when she goes into her social action, her ministry, her work, she carries a powerfully quiet prayer, still and moving at the same time. Yes.
A wise woman cleans her house a little bit, but she's not worried about everything being in its right place. Some days when she's dancing or writing poetry or thinking, she may not even make up the bed. So what? Miracles are happening. An honest, self-respecting, wise, wild, wonderful woman knows that it's a miracle if she can get the kids in bed, the lunch is packed, the kitchen floor mopped, the trash put out, and still have great-looking fingernails. She must have been wearing rubber gloves and humming, "Jesus, keep me near the cross." A wise woman loves dancing no matter what age she is. Her stomach may be round, her shape a little bouncy, but she's dedicated to the spirit of dancing and clapping, and sometimes the sister sings, and she wonders why she can't find a man who loves to dance wildly or even slowly with her. But she can't wait for that. She has to keep dancing, and so she does. Besides dancing, she loves praying and singing, rejoicing, healing, helping, and beating her drum. She joins with other sisters in prayer, praise, healing circles. They always eat something, some good old food that the sisters fix, and they call the whole thing a good time. A wise woman knows that people are sometimes lurking around doing evil things. She hates the evil that they perpetrate, but she still sends out love to the doer of evil. And in her loving way, she sometimes wishes she could kick their butts just one swift time. In fact, she would love to see a bunch of wise, wild, wonderful women grab an evildoer and turn him or her every which way but loose. Somebody would be praying for a miracle, begging the sisters to have mercy. Got the nerve to be messing with folks. Hey now, a wise woman is prepared to fight if she has to, but her worldview embraces healing visions, not a world of war and violence and strife. She urges her sisters and her brothers to trust in the healing power of love. A wise woman knows that love itself is a miracle and has many forms and expressions. So if her wise, wild heart says so, she calls it love when her partner kisses her on the cheek or brings her a sticky bun. He forgot she was on a diet, and he probably likes a little plump here and there anyway. Wise, wild, wonderful women have learned to expect miracles. They believe in and call the tiniest sunbeam or one blade of grass a miracle, and they give thanks. And guess what? One of the sisters from a million-woman march had a bout with a major disease. The medical doctors were called in. The praying women went on a vigil. Prayers and laying on hands took place. And look out now, the sister got healed. Now if that's not a miracle, what is? Time to dance, y'all. If the mortgage is paid up on a wild, wise, wonderful woman's house, and she has the deed all recorded, she will set out on her new journey of having some long overdue fun. So she gathers up other women and they have a kicking it out party. Some people just shake their heads because the sisters look wild, and that's good, I say. We are wild. Slow it down, you say? We'll do that later. Right now, we're doing the paid up bills healing dance bop. A wise woman knows that God answers prayers for healing. That's why she sits with the sick and prays. Her very presence is a miracle unfolding. Think about that. A wise woman I know had an old hoopty used car, and it finally went
the way of all hoopies. And at last, the wise, wild, wonderful woman bought a brand new 1999 Black Beetle Volkswagen. Ow! That hoopie had to go. But wait a minute, how many payments on this new car did you say, sir? Hey, send me the bill. 60 payments ain't that bad. Wise, wild, wonderful woman about life, and she'll give you an earful and a heartful and a hug full of wisdom. One wise, wild, wonderful woman told a group of women that they could never be in a dark tunnel with no light, because wherever they are, God is there, and God is light. You're shining in a dark tunnel as you move toward the opening. Wow. What a comforting mystery. Good stuff in the tunnel and good stuff at the end of the tunnel. A wise woman reaches out to other women. She welcomes diversity in age, ethnicity, marital status, job, career status, socioeconomic level, differently abled, and sexual orientation. She realizes instinctively that all women are connected on the sacred womb spiritual level. An authentic, wise, wild, wonderful woman will never talk negatively about other women or men or children. Her heart is wide open to give and get love and respect. If a woman is a very private person, so be it. She keeps her wonderful, wise secrets to herself. But she still knows that she knows that she knows that she knows. She's nobody's fool. She's a woman. A wise woman practices being less judgmental and critical of others. She is patient, although sometimes she wants to jack somebody up. But that would take too much time and energy, so she gets busy working on her project. These projects express her gifts from God. This is full-time work. But then, after the work, she is left with arms, heart, mind, and soul ready for love. Now, is this a wisdom story or what? A wise, wild, wonderful woman does not try to make a man her project, her only focus. This just won't do. He'll let you get away with for a minute, and then, no mystery, he'll rebel like a racehorse and say, "Leave me alone, get off my back, go get a life." And he's right. So my sisters, get busy with your own gift and talent and potential that God gave you, and kiss your man and keep it going. Yes, women's projects.
When a woman feels sad or empty or afraid, like when someone stole her purse with all the keys and important cards in it, she remembers that her grandma told her, "And this too shall pass." Joy does come in the morning. She breathes a tear and feels terrified for a time. Then she gets busy taking care of the business of recovery. Now, if she could find the criminal, she would poke the living mess out of him or her, then smile and say, "Now don't you do that again." By the way, a wise, while wonderful woman does not believe in capital punishment. She does believe in rehabilitation. The wise woman honors the mystery of life, and she is willing to say, "I don't know, I don't know." A wise woman wants to know, even if it's not good for her. She still wants to know, and she says, "Come on with it. I want to know now." Now and then, the wise woman has had a mystical experience. She actually touches the hands of God, and she's so grateful. She smiles through misty eyes, for she knows that she does not have to pass from this earth in order to touch the hands of God. Ask her about this. A wise, while wonderful woman knows she can make it through the tough times. And when one of her loved ones passes from this earth, she is very sure that God is still in charge. It's a mystery, but she knows. The woman cries with natural moaning and weeping for a time, and then she lets go and gives way to her healing, comforting circle of caring friends. Her peace is restored in due time. When a wise, while wonderful woman wants to get up, she may get down for a minute. When she wants to get going, she may hold back for a minute. But when she wants to fly, she just lifts off the ground and takes off. She learned these mysteries from her wild, delicate, feminine nature. God shows us basic differences between men and women. This takes place in the birthing room with the doctor and nurse or midwife. So now, the wise, while wonderful woman knows a man can never feel exactly like a woman. So she stops trying to figure this mystery out and just lets him be a man, for goodness sake. And here is one piece of wisdom that every wise woman needs to know. Most men don't like shopping, they're not wild about dancing, and they love sex whenever they can get it, okay? A wise woman shared her wisdom with me. She said that wise, while wonderful women are circulators. I like that. It goes like this. They have money and they circulate it. They have advice and they circulate it. They have plenty of love and they sure enough circulate this. Wise, while wonderful women are circulators. Suppose someone said that they don't like this wise, wild, wonderful woman stuff, and to stop the howling that is stupid anyhow. Here's the way an authentic, wise, wild, wonderful woman would answer. "Oh, you think this is stupid, and you don't like my howling, and you think I should stop? Don't you know that this is one of my projects?" And then she would howl louder. God says, "I am that I am." And the wise, while wonderful woman says the same thing. "I am that I am." If you say to an authentic, wise, wild, wonderful woman that you like something that she has, she'll probably give it to you right on the spot. That's the way she is. Besides, she's trying to get rid of her stuff, but with love. This wise woman gives from the generosity of her heart,
She's not worried about money. She has plenty of money, energy, and resources. Now the sister will take her vitamins every day. And even when she is sick or has a chronic illness, she will say, "My cup runneth over, and I still praise the God of my mother and father." A wise, wild, wonderful woman is generous, but she knows better than to co-sign for anyone, Lord, including members of her beloved family and circle of friends. She has excellent credit herself because before it's all over, she may want to get the latest model car or an expensive condominium or take the grandkids on a cruise. A wise, wild, wonderful woman has feet lifted off the ground. She literally flies along. Oh! She tries to get her jobs done, but she at last has come to realize that more jobs are created when one job is finished. Hey, go eat a chocolate fudge sundae, forget the fat hips, and you can go on a diet another day. Oh, freedom to eat what you want. A wise, wild, wonderful woman, remember she is free to wear her skirts long if she likes, full if she likes, tight-fitting if she likes. And let me tell you, when she's ready to show her legs, then it's the high split or short number, and then you see legs for days. Now she is wild and free. Now, didn't you know that the first time you met her? Sometimes a wise, wild, wonderful woman is especially blessed. She takes her lunch, goes to the park, sits under a waiting tree and eats. Wow. She can hear the trees singing for joy as her own heart sings, and she smiles and eats and bathes herself in the spirit of freedom. Freedom. A wild, wild, wonderful woman loves it when everybody leaves the house for 4 or 5 hours. She can at last kick back, slow it down, feel the wonder of peace. Be careful, my family. Watch the cars. But I don't miss you right now. Delicious freedom. A wise woman opposes oppression of any kind. She fiercely guards her freedom and independence like her sister wolf. People in her life should not be surprised or threatened by her wildness, especially when she proclaims, I'm free, and nothing can hold me back." She is like the wonderful wolf from the wilds. If a woman doesn't feel wise and wild and wonderful at all, in fact, she may feel alone or broken or disappointed in life, the suggestion from a wise, wild, wonderful woman is to gather your spiritual skirts about you with the last bit of strength. Go get help from a counselor, a minister, or a wise, wild woman friend. Don't have a scaredy cat fear. Support is out there for you. A wise woman is not about to trust everything that comes along. She's not a naive bumpkin. When that wise, wild nudging of the spirit says, stand tall, she does. Or she may take a swipe at something in her face, or just stop in her tracks and back off, or walk away slowly, or run like a hound dog is on her heels. She's no fool. I once heard a wise, wild, wonderful woman holler out, circle the wagons, some mess is getting ready to jump off. Hey, is that a Bible in her hand, or is that a baseball bat? The wise, wild, wonderful woman is always pregnant. Now be very clear. Pregnancies for the wise woman is not just a biological affair. Pregnancies for her mean she's heavy with ideas and projects and about ready to celebrate the birth. It may be a book signing for her first self-published book, or it may be a building she's renovating for her business. Oh, she's free. Keys locked in the car, a bad hair day, the roof is leaking, the toilet stopped up, and the wise, wild, wonderful woman saw a mouse in her kitchen. Now, she may be a wise, wild, wonderful woman, and she doesn't mind the leaky roof or the messed up toilet, and forget the keys and her bad hair day. But I could hear her scream from the top of the sofa, "I'll give up my wise, wild woman badge, and I'll even give up my freedom. Just get this mouse out of here. Oh, my nerve. Help me, somebody." Some wise, wild women want to travel. Some want to sing or go Hollywood. Others want to join military or political groups or decorate houses, knit, bake, plant gardens to make God smile. Now me, myself, and I want to fly and howl and kick it out in style. And guess what? I do it all. Yes, this is freedom. Wise, wonderful women come from and are included in the circle of love. It came from great-great-grandmas and great-grandmas and mamas. This is a full round circle filled with bosoms, large and small. This bosom circle is a nurturing circle. A wise woman is committed to the survival of the entire community, but she knows how to get away from it all. Sometimes bonding with her sister friends, and sometimes all by herself. That's when she really hears her own mission drumbeat call, the howl of the wild. An authentic, wise, wild, wonderful woman has developed the habit of survival. Somewhere deep in her psyche, she recalls the ancient prayers, the struggles of her ancestors. She believes that angels are watching over her and her family and her friends all night, all day. There are times when this woman intentionally dedicates her entire time of prayer to intercessory prayers for and about others. She asks nothing for herself. Nurturing. The wise, wild, wonderful woman knows that an unscheduled birthday party can bring smiles to a sad or lonely child, and even grown-ups smile at the sight of a cake made just for them. By the way, a wise woman never spanks her children. She knows this is a violent act, and what good does it do anyhow? Babysitting the grandkids is a pleasure for the wild, wild, wonderful woman. But she knows how to say no in a nice way when she has a hot date with grandpa or other associates. A wise, wild, wonderful woman grandma likes shopping with her teenage granddaughter, for she remembers what her own daughter forgot. Teenage time of life is kind of wild and wonderful. Wise is coming along too. Besides, grandma got the money and she can afford it. Wise, wild, wonderful women have their special songs, you know, and they will break out into song whether you ask them or not. They are absolutely confident that this is a nurturing thing. Songs by Patty and Cher, or Luther, or Nat King Cole. Songs like Ave Maria, We've Come This Far by Faith. And please don't sing a Diana song like Someday We'll Be Together. But now, if you really want every wise, wild, wonderful woman in the place to get up on their feet, you start singing some Proud Mary by Miss Tina. Honey, the sisters will tear the place down. Sometimes a bunch of sisters get together and just nurture each other by sharing stories, talking at the same time, listening when they get ready, processing stuff, and howling at the moon, maybe till dawn, or a few sisters start falling to sleep. And now I want to be honest here. Some sisters do talk too much, but they are still loved. It's a sister thing. You just gotta understand. A wise, wild, wonderful woman considers it an honor, a duty, a loving daughter activity to take care of her own parents as they get older. In fact, she would have it no other way. A wise woman recognizes that she may not get large blocks of time to do all this helping and nurturing stuff. Time to create, to read, to dance, to write, to visit, to serve, to pray, to hug her children, to make love to her partner. So she creates in the bathroom, she dances when she cooks, she reads in the supermarket line, she writes on her large yellow pad or on the computer early in the morning or late at night. She visits on her lunch hour or sends a note. She sews a stitch here or there or just throws the stuff out. She prays all the time, sometimes with words and sometimes with thoughts. She hugs her children in the drive-through line and she surprises her partner with marvelous intimacies without being asked. Surprise, I'm flirting with you. I'm ready. I'm your wise, wild, wonderful woman. A wise woman sees the delicate, awesome, unparalleled beauty in nature, and she sighs. It's all good, it's all God. She munches her fruit and veggies, drinks a whole bunch of water, and smiles. She knows she's wild, and what else is new? A wise woman knows to keep still sometimes. She gets into bed by herself, pulls the covers up close to her face, and she rests. She sleeps. Tomorrow is another day, and so it is. A wise woman remembers to take care of herself first because she needs all of the health and strength and mind force to do what she loves. That is, extending compassion to ease the distress of others. An authentic, wise, wild, wonderful woman checks with her doctor and then takes 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar and a glass of water every day. Her knees have to feel good because she's got to dance till dawn or maybe dance until the post office opens or the bank opens at 9 a.m. When a woman gets a fever blister on her lips or on the end of her nose, she hates it. But she dabs it with Epsom salt water and goes deep within her sacred space and remembers. Fever blisters and all, she's still wonderful. Get out of here, fever blister. Now if a woman looks at herself in the mirror and she sees a sourpuss, she's not pleased. Maybe she needs a female natural laxative. Hey, it happens. If a woman has had a breast implant or breast reduction or a mastectomy or hysterectomy, she is still sure that she's beautiful. A wise woman will tell you that she is so much more than just breasts and fallopian tubes. If a wise, wild, wonderful woman is childless, she embraces and loves the children of other women. Biological mothers are not the only mothers. Some wise, wild, wonderful women adopt. Some are foster mothers, aunts, sisters, play mothers, and friends to the little ones. One day, these same little ones may take care of the wise, wild, wonderful woman. Now, wouldn't that be nice? And another thing, she is passionate about her love for men and women and children, but she fiercely, passionately protects and loves herself. She is a womanist who exercises each day good sense. A wise woman doesn't lash out and hit men, women, or children because she is the guardian of peace, a healer of relationships. And this wise sister thinks it's too much baggage to hold a grudge or hold on to guilt from hitting and yelling. Besides, someone may pop her back, and that's not good sense. The wise woman laughs a lot. It's healthy. It feels right and good as it comes in waves. She laughs at herself or some situation. She can see God laughing too. Ow! A wise, wild, wonderful woman may get an attitude, especially if you try to make her do something she doesn't want to do. She lets you know in no uncertain terms that good health includes physical, intellectual, emotional, social, and spiritual health, and it makes good sense to say no, 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 no sometimes. This is a soul sister, attitude and all. Wild, wonderful women drink lots of water. They know that it's good for their skin, their organs, and their temperament. Want to get a gift for a wise woman? Give her a case of water or buy her a water filter. Hey, it's Y2K and we're serious about health. Skinny, fat, stomach in, stomach out, t-shirts over hips, tight or t-shirt tucked in, nice, bust line busty, bust line, hey, where are the boobs? Doesn't matter, we're still wise, wild, wonderful women, and that's all good. If a wise woman is sexually active, well now, she knows to check her partner out and use good sense health. Say it all together now. If you're sexually active, cover it. Now sisters, don't get quiet on me. Cover it and you know what I mean. Ow! Wise women, here's a tip for good sense health. Health for your sons and daughters. Teach the young people sexual responsibility. And if your teenage daughter gets pregnant or your teen son comes home and says he's going to be a father, first look crazy, then cry, pray, then question, then cry again, then support, then encourage your young persons to finish school, and then go ahead and love your grandbaby. This is good sense mental health for you and your whole family. You know, women remember their proms, strapless dresses, families going in debt for the right dress and the right shoes and the right hairdo and the right makeup. Then the prom date arrives. Women remember gaga families with cameras and neighbors looking gaga. They remember holding hands. Oh my, it's prom night. What happened or did not happen? Was it all night or until 6 in the morning? Now, if the young, wild woman didn't have a prom date, or if she were ever stood up in her life, it takes a long time to get over this. But later in her life, she figures it out. Every frog is definitely not a prince. How, my young sister? How, my middle-aged sister? How, my older sister? You know what I'm talking about. A wise, wild, wonderful woman may be in love or has been in love at one time or another, maybe 2, 3, 4 times. All right. Don't you worry about it. Ain't nobody's BI business but hers. A single wise woman calls singlehood a marvelous time to concentrate on herself, a great time to see how God uses single women, and a unique time of preparation so that when she does meet that special person, she'll be ready to make that new love like her first love. Ow! 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 Wise women are energized and inspired by small bouquets of flowers, by little children, by completing a project, and by men who just want to snuggle. A wise, wild, wonderful woman who is married practices the art and skill of being married. Marriage is a sacred challenge to her.
But the lovely partner benefits make her want to holler a special yes, this is right for me. She's not afraid to be married and still be herself. It's true, the older wise woman really does like purple, and she will tell her age if asked. She's so sure of herself that she lets her round hips sway where they want to sway. No restrictions from people or girdles or situations. She's truly off the hook. And she knows that love is always right there in so many beautiful people. Hey, she's not afraid to smile and say, now don't the brother look good? Oh, yes. Now, there are 3 ways to let somebody know you love them. 1, you tell them, I love you. Number 2, show them through your affection. Smiles, hugs, intimacy, pats on the butt, or maybe fun-filled tickles. You know what I mean? And number 3, do something. This is the behavioral level. Send a little note or a special card, buy a small gift, or make an unexpected phone call just to say hello. If a man says to a wise, wild, wonderful woman, you look good, mama, she doesn't get all bent out of shape explaining that she's not his mama and that she wants respect. The wise, wild, wonderful woman simply says, thank you, sir. She smiles and moves on. She chuckles to herself later. Love. Sometimes a wise, wild, wonderful woman needs a relationship checklist. And here's one for you, my sisters. Check it out. Is your relationship beautiful? Or is your relationship blah blue like oatmeal? Is your relationship beastly like, who is this old mean man I'm with anyhow? Yup, for now I'm here. Yes, I'm here for now. And last, maybe you're in between relationships, just kind of hanging around, looking cool, wondering where the warm bodies are. I think God made too many women, and one of them, Miss Thing, got my man. Got my man. Wise, wonderful women, do you want to know about the qualities of an ideal, wise, wonderful man? Yes, I said it. A wise, wild, wonderful man. Now, he may be hard to find, but let me tell you what he would be like. First, he takes care of his body. He bathes, he goes to the dentist, and he wears clothes that are well coordinated for him. No clown suits unless he's working as a clown. Second, he's got to have some smarts. No dim D's and does vegetating, growing mold on the sofa and watching TV guys. No. What ideas does he have to share with the wise, wild, wonderful woman? Third, he is loving and affectionate. He must understand the power of touch. If he's going to qualify as a wise, wild, wonderful man, then touch me, baby. Okay, squeeze me, and don't necessarily expect to make whoopee every night. Cuddling will be just fine, thank you. 4, does he like people, and is he nice to them? And to me, of course. But if he's too much Mr. Papa hospitality, this could be an issue for a relationship. Will he communicate with me and not shut down? And will he take me out on dates at least once a week? I'll take him out too, because this wise, wild, wonderful woman is willing to share with this ideal man. Words a woman likes to hear and say and go on a date. Yes, she loves it when some great available guy asks her out for a date. Just the sound of it rings sexy and young and like serious fun, both now and for the new millennium. If a wise, wild, wonderful woman loses her way, she may sit still and howl longingly. If she listens and is open to spirit, she will hear a return echo of howling, which has a message that says, it's time to move forward. Or, it's time to sit right where you are and do nothing. Just be as you are.
wise and wild and wonderful. If a wise woman hears her neighbor being beaten by her husband or partner, she does not mind her own business. She calls the police because domestic violence is her business. Are you releasing your old fears? The wise, wild, wonderful woman is. She says, "Hey, you old fears, take your dry bag of knick-knack nothings and you're out of here." This woman is not a sissy. She's a sassy person, you know. You can be sure that a wise, wild, wonderful woman votes and works to change the political and social system, but you can be darn certain her main effort is to transform herself. Ow! That's why in church, she will not just cook the greens and fry the chicken and make the potato salad. No way. This sister wants to preach, and so she does. As busy as she can be, a wise woman remembers to stretch her body every day, including her fingers, her toes, her eyes, and her mouth. She's stretching to do more of her work, stretching to relax more, and stretching to love better, and most of all, stretching to praise God. Keep stretching. Oh, it feels good. Yes. When a woman gets too busy, that's right, too busy or overwhelmed with being a responsible person, she needs a wise, wild, wonderful woman to say, "Stop it all. It's time to howl." Could it be that the too busy woman is addicted to work? Watch it, my sisters, watch it. There's a time to work, there's a time to shout, and there's a time to slow it down and kick it out. The wise, wild, wonderful woman does get sick and tired at times. I mean, fed up, bent out of shape, can't take it no more. That's when they sometimes forget to breathe deeply, and they may even say a cuss word. I mean, damn, what's this? She may or may not regroup. But then, hey. Wise, wild, wonderful women don't begrudge another sister with anything. Whenever one sister excels or achieves something, all the wise, wild, wonderful women celebrate and howl with her. I remember a woman asked me, was she too old at age 57 to go to college to become a lawyer? I told her to get busy right away. She can study to be anything she wants to be. And a lawyer? Why, she already knows half the laws on the books. And then there was the 53-year-old sister who just became an airline stewardess, a flight attendant. I'm telling you, these women are just getting above themselves. Ow! And yes, we love it. I believe I can fly. There is so much goodness and joy and beauty in the world, and a wise woman recognizes this and howls like the natural creature she is, sister wolf from the wilds. But when the wise woman puts her hands on her hips, she usually has a serious reason for her attitude, and guess what? She will say why. And like her sister wolf, she will toss her head. For instance, one day she bleached her hair brassy blonde. The next week, she decided on dreads, and someone said, "Why do you do that?" And the wise woman answered, "'Cause I like it. You got a problem with my hair?" And everything got quiet. Moving right along. Did you hear about how a wise, wild, wonderful woman handles a discourteous driver if a car cuts in front of her? She can get miffed, this sister, but she chooses to stay calm and centered. She sometimes thinks, "Stupid, I'll see you at the next corner." She challenges herself to send out messages of peace to herself and other drivers. She calms down and she just goes on squeezing her PC muscle and doing her Kegel exercises. Now go look it up, my sisters. I sure did, and it works. And you can practice this almost anywhere. Don't get me wrong, wise, wild, wonderful women do get their share of troubles, and they do get under stress from their relationships and all kinds of situations. If it ain't one thing, then it's another. That's what Grandma said. So the wise, wild, wonderful woman has to rap. Can she rap? I keep telling you that she can do it all.
Relationships can be hard. Everybody know that, yeah. Relationships are hard sometimes, and you know that I'm right. Cause the folks don't understand you, make you feel uptight. They make you feel uptight. They make you feel uptight. Now, it might be your boss, husband, wife, or mother, sister, child, or significant other. Now, who would like to smother a significant other? Who would like to smother a significant other? Take your husband, lover. Won't help you with the housework, just won't do right. Sit and watch a game all day and make you feel uptight. Make you feel uptight. Or your partner may be the one who forgot. You like fun. A little whoopee fun. A little whoopee fun. She gets a headache at night and make you feel uptight. She gets a headache at night and make you feel uptight. Or the kids, the precious kids. You may have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. You may have 5 or 6 or 7 or more. But if the kids are on the scene, it might be night or day. It's a lifetime of stress, that's all I got to say. That hurt you. Yeah, that hurt you. Now, what you going to do about relationship stress? What you going to do about relationship stress? Try walking out the stress, walking out. Try talking out the stress. Learn to avoid the things you cannot change. Yes, learn to accept some things you cannot change. Avoid alcohol, drugs, self-medication, get rest and sleep and relaxation. Relax, go to bed, relax. Work on one thing at a time, look to the future, not behind. Encourage someone and help them too. A live and let live. Now this you have to do. Be free, be free. Now there's not much left to say except you really have to pray. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Because stress is a mess. You know the stress is a mess. Relationship stress. Stress is a mess. Relationship stress. Stress is a mess. 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 Ooh, this is too much.
The soul of a wise, wild, wonderful woman magnifies God and her spirit rejoices. This sister has the same life challenges as others, but she sure enough has some wild woman fun. Now slow it down and kick it out, my sisters. You know that you know that you know. Go in peace and may God go with you. For further information about IJoy or seminars, workshops, and materials written by her, phone or fax the Motivation Institute of Philadelphia, area code 215-224-1783.
Is it all right with you?